Several times a day, I ask myself, what's going on in the stock market and where's it going? And in talking to my invested friends and acquaintances, they were all asking the same questions. As I spoke to them, I realized that we needed a layman's community of investors that we could bounce things off with to try to make some sense of the insanity out there. It's obvious many of the experts don't know because today's news is different from what tomorrow's news is going to be. You know, when I talk to the pros, it always seems like they have an ulterior motive and they're always angling to make a buck, and that irks me. I admit to being a do-it-yourselfer on most things. But when I don't know the answer, I'm not afraid to ask, especially if it's going to cost me financially. This platform is not for the professional investor. I acknowledge that they know more than I do. I'm a 25-year business owner, so I work 60 plus hours a week, but I've carved out time in my schedule for this project. I'm deeply concerned, just like everyone else, for making the best financial decisions for my family. I've been in the market over 30 years, but I've only actively managed it for the last 15. Whether you have $500 in the market or over $1 million, the concerns are the same. No one wants to lose their money, no matter how much you have or how long you have to go till retirement. At the same time, we don't want to stuff the money under our mattress. We want to put it to work and see what we can do to make it grow. I don't want to look stupid, and I don't think you do either. So this platform is designed for the average investor to understand what's going on in the market, to celebrate with someone when we make a good decision, and to commiserate with when we get our butts kicked. Here's a snapshot of the portfolio that I'll be sharing every day. I call it my scorecard. Yes, this is my actual account at Fidelity Investments. You'll be able to see the impact of the decisions that I make and then compare it with what you're doing. 2 times a day, once in the pre-market in the morning and once after the market closes in the afternoon, I'll give 2-minute updates to discuss current news and where we think the market is going before it opens and what happened after it closes. And then we'll discuss an overnight strategy and what we think is going to happen for the next day. And of course, we'll review our $100,000 portfolio scorecard to see what we gained or lost for the day. This is a raw format for unbiased information sharing. I think we are the best advocates for our own money. I'm not a broker and I'm not trying to get a cut of what you have, but I think there's value to be able to analyze someone else's portfolio and see the impact of their decisions to help you make better decisions with yours. So I begin my project with $100,000. I set this money aside to begin this adventure with you, hoping to make above normal gains. But just like you, when no one else is looking, I'm pissed at myself when I lose money, but I do a happy dance when I have a good day. Through the ups and downs of the upcoming days, weeks, and months, we should be able to meet or beat the market average through a calmer approach. You know, the professionals are taking advantage of people like you and me every day, who tend to panic when the market takes a hit. We sell after the dip to avoid losing more money, only to buy it back at a higher price when we feel more confident. Question: who do you think is buying when we sell when the market has dipped? Who do you think is selling when the market rebounds and we want to get back in? This happens to people like you and me every day, over and over. And this is how the professionals make money. But with a calmer approach, we can be more successful. But we're going to talk about that stuff each day when you hang around after the 2-minute update. After each 2-minute update, I'll talk about various topics in what I call Roger's Point. Some of it you've heard before, but I venture we'll all learn something as we go along. My goal is to help you make better decisions in the market. And I'm sure that along the way, you'll have some advice for me. But I have thick skin. I don't care if you don't like me. I just think this platform for sharing information will be good for our financial and mental health. It's stressful sometimes. Now, I've spoken with representatives at Fidelity Investments about the security risks of exposing my portfolio on this platform. I'm reasonably convinced that I can pull this off without risking anyone's personal information. I won't ask for yours, and you don't ask for any of my personal information other than what I present. Over the stocks that rotate through my portfolio, I've tracked for several years, some of them up to 10 years, hoping to track cycles that allow me to buy when the stock is low and to sell when it's high. Everyone has a different appetite for risk. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.